Hello and welcome to dragontech. Today I'll be reviewing the gx-7 processor cooler for AMD and Intel sockets. Now I don't currently have it with me because of course I've already installed it about a month ago to really give it a test and see how it goes. My old cooler used to get me to about 55-60 on maximum load. This one pushes about 42, which is very cold to say how big my machine is and everything. It is quite a big cooler. It does cover 2 bays of RAM, so I'd be careful there. It does have one fan with it. You can also get a second fan to mount on as well. The design of it is really nice. Comes with a blue LED fan, and as the fan spins up faster it starts glowing brighter blue, so it's quite pretty. But of course my case is behind my TV, behind everything else, so I can't see anything anyway, but I'm sure it looks nice. It is very quiet. Again, it's quite big though, so make sure your case can fit it first. There is a pre-recorded video coming up in a minute, right after I'm finished talking here, and you can see exactly what I mean. It comes with everything you need, backbone, backplate, everything that you'll need to install for an AMD or an Intel. Also comes with heat paste and some other little bits and bobs. Everything is there. The only problem I had with it was insulation. It's a two-man job because of its spring-loaded screws. The problem is with that, you need someone to hold it down while you're screwing on, otherwise it is going to go all over the place and it is a pain. So yeah, just be careful of that. Again, quite big, but the design and the quietness is just absolutely fantastic. It's cool, it's quiet, it runs perfect, and it's cheap, which is the best thing. Right, let's go to the pre-recorded video, shall we? Hello there, seems to be doing something a little different today, an unboxing of my new processor cooler, the gx-7. As you can see, I've just literally got it out of the box, and let's see what I can do now. Never try and do an unboxing with one hand, folks, trust me, it's not easy. In fact, I'm going to put this down here. This here. I'm going to swing this around here so I can see what I'm actually recording. There we go. Right. So, as you can see from the back, a little information on it. I have not known it actually. In fact, let me put that there and spin this around a little. So as you can see, there's all the information on it. Of course, the actual processor cooler itself, what it all looks like, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. But let's get on to the main deal, the unboxing of this thing. So the camera seems all close. It's just I'm working on one table, not two today, which is always the way. Wow. This is, let's put this down here. As you can see, this is a beast of a processor cooler. Fan looks nice. Apparently as this thing gets faster, the blue LEDs get brighter, so you know when your PC is getting hot, when it starts glowing neon blue. So that, of course, your usual fan, of course, with its usual fan connector pins, ready to go into the CPU later. So of course now we have the gx-7 heatsink on the top. As a nice little ventilation system, I must admit, it looks kind of nice. Bottom, nothing more than your bog standard copper covering. As you can see there, the heat pipes are actually on it, not going through it, like some other versions of heatsinks do. Can't really understand why they do that, it's kind of weird, but still. Right, and then of course in the box here we should have all our brackets, connectors and a set of screws. And sure enough we do. And of course the usual, please peel off everything before you decide to use it all, which is kind of obvious. You don't want to leave your sticker on the actual cooling system and accidentally bugger it all, which is not very clever at all. So yep, as you can see, you got your 2 brackets for fan mounting. Actually, I am wrong, there are 4 brackets here, sorry, so you can mount a second fan onto the side if you feel like it. You've got a little bit of heat paste ready to go on. I've already got some anyway, ready and willing. You've got all your connectors, backbone, plates for your Intel socket and AMD sockets and everything else. Right, I'm going to stop this in 2 minutes and get the PC ready to actually have that fitted in, so you can watch that all fitted in as well. So here we see the inside of my PC, and you can see that just there is actually the processor cooler. A lot smaller than what it currently is. I've just removed the fans pins from the motherboard. As you can see, my 4 slots of RAM, I've got about 12 gigs I believe. The AVImedia capture card is just there, that is the live gamer one that I'm using. Of course my graphics card, which is a 7870 Power Cooler Vortex 2 edition with the twin fans, and at the front there I've got my wireless card. 2 hard drives installed, and of course your obvious, well, DVD drive. I shall try and get a... Well, you can get a good look on there because these bits here actually come out slightly and they create like a draft going down into your graphics card. They do take up 1 graphic base slot, but if you're not really crossfiring this thing, it doesn't really matter. Plus also, I've still got room for a much bigger motherboard if I ever wanted to, so yeah, that's fine and dandy. But yeah, also I'm using a 750 watt power supply for this machine, and yeah, now I'm going to take out the processor fan, and I shall probably do a quick video of how to put on the heat paste onto everything as well. So I'm going to stop this here because of course I need to get everything removed and get everything ready for the next bit. So here we can see my graphics card. I just had to pull it out so I can put in the back plate and everything. As you can see, it is the 7870 Vortex 2 edition, and I must admit it does look quite good, especially with the fans that pull out. As you can see, heat piped, heat sinked, got the fans, and of course being Vortex 2 it manages to pull out quite well. Pretty big body. Sorry about the fact that you can't really see it too well. The back plate on it is to stop any kind of dust, and also it traps heat as well and disperses it nicely. So yeah, oh no, it is a really well designed graphic card, I must admit. Right, I'm going to put this down and I'm going to get back to work, as I've just finished installing the back plate, and as you can see my PC is starting to look a little empty again. As you can see now, the processor has been cleaned, and just to zoom in, AMD Phenom X4965 Black Edition. Right, I shall carry on again in a minute or two, because now I'm just going to apply the film paste and actually put in the back plate, and I'll show you what it looks like as soon as I'm finished there. And here it all is back together again. Graphics card, wireless, capture card, and of course the new cooler. Sits quite nicely just there. So the video's a little dark and everything, it's probably because I'm standing over it casting a shadow. Yeah, it was. So again, as you can see, the cooler. It's quite a big cooler in a sense, but hopefully it should work quite well. Covers over 2 slots of RAM. So you ever want to replace the RAM, that means you do have to take off the cooler, which is kind of a pain in the arse, because fitting this thing on was a nightmare in a sense. Because one of the springs was a little bit too tight, so you have to really force it down. I would admit this is probably at least a 2-man job when it comes down to fitting this thing of anything, because it is kind of a pain slapping on that and holding it down at the same time. So yeah, just kind of review in a minute or two as soon as I get it all switched back on again.